WRKS Pickens Jackson.
All systems go.
Live from the Whiskey 61 Lounge inside the Bank Plus studio.
Is sound awarded.
Live in the studio.
It's the Out of Bounds Show with Low Bounds. Streaming live worldwide on the Out of Bounds radio app. And on your radio at ESPN 105.9.
All set? Let's go.
The Zone.
Good morning. Welcome in to the Out of Bounds Show, 105.9 The Zone, ESPN. Brought to you by Kessler Prime and the Renaissance. From the bone-in ribeye to the escargot. And, of course, they've got Elijah Craig bourbon. Pair it with an Elijah Craig Old Fashioned, the official bourbon of the Out of Bounds Show, or award-winning Elijah Craig bourbon. The barrel pick that we picked out in Louisville, Kentucky in August should drop at Briarwood Wine and Spirits in the next few weeks. We'll let you know about that, too. It's going to be delicious. We're streaming live on the Out of Bounds radio app. We welcome in Matt Moscona, ESPN Baton Rouge, Afternoon Drive, LSU Insider. He joins us on the Farm Bureau Insurance guest line. Matt, you've been covering LSU and the SEC for a long time. Have you ever experienced what you've been going through the last 6 weeks with everything that's been going on since Lane was hired?
But I'm still focused on the bone-in ribeye, the escargot, and the Elijah Craig barrel. You kidding me? How you can start my day like that and then try to ask me about football or something? Man.
I love it.
I mean, you're like my brother from another. You are speaking my language. Anyway,
Amen.
No, and I would even take it back further to from the day Brian Kelly got fired to now, it has been, and this is my 19th season covering LSU, and I've been around LSU my whole life. I don't mean this to be hyperbole. I've never been around anything quite like this. And there was a lot of off the field stuff that followed this search. You know, the governor storyline and all that transpired. LSU hiring a new president and AD. I mean, it was a whirlwind time. But you know, Lane, as you all know, Lane is an ecosystem all to himself, unlike anything else probably in college football. Everything he touches is interesting and it booms, and you know, LSU is a place that, you know, LSU is a big brand, and there's a lot of people interested in this pro. It's just the way it is. But Lane has added gasoline to that fire in a way unlike I've ever seen.
What was your initial reaction when Lane is trying to nail down the commitment and signing of Sam Leavitt from Arizona State, and you see him tweet a picture at the Knoxville, Tennessee airport, Matt?
Well, that was a really aggressive play, and it was something that he needed to do because, Bo, they screwed it up here, man. Like, when remember, Brennan Sorsby signed with Texas Tech, and, you know, Leavitt had taken his visit to Kentucky, and then Kentucky flipped Kenny Minchie. So really, LSU and Leavitt were the only dance partners left. And LSU was pushing for his commitment, and by the end of his visit on that Tuesday, he was ready to commit. Well, I think there were very real concerns about the Lisfranc injury, and so when DeMond Williams went in the portal, they kind of took their eye off the ball. And the way I describe it is, it's like they were on a date with a pretty girl, and it was going really well, and then another pretty girl walked in the restaurant, and they got up from the table and went to go holler at the other girl. Mm-hmm. Well, and it's really hard to go back to the table if she rejects, you know what I mean?
I love it.
And so he, like, Lane getting on that plane and going to Knoxville was I don't know if he went to beg, borrow, plea, whatever, but I mean, it was a really aggressive play, like some serious rom-com energy to go meet him at the airport. But it showed their desire, and I think ultimately LSU and Sam Leavitt are a really good match. If he's healthy, he can help. You know, he'll be able to achieve everything that he wants individually and the team goals and all that stuff. But I think it just goes to show you the level to which Lane Kiffin is committed to building this roster into a championship roster. And I mean, they got the number one quarterback in the portal, man. It says a lot.
Dude, the guy, what a transformation the last 15 years with this guy. And you're right. We lived it. I know you're right here on the border, and LSU plays Ole Miss and, for the most part, Mississippi State every year, and we'll play both of them next year. but he is on point. You know what's great? Matt, the guy's up at like 4:30 in the morning, 5 a.m. tweeting. You talk to people in Alabama, as I know you have too, and he couldn't get to a 7:30 meeting on time when he was working for Nick Saban. I mean, the transformation is really incredible, Moscona.
I don't, and the thing, Bo, like I don't know Lane, right? Like he's been on my radio show. I've interviewed him at media days and press conference and all, but I can't say that he and I have ever like had personal interactions or anything like that. So I'm still learning him. I mean, I know what I saw from afar, but that's different than when you're covering someone in a program day to day. But it was interesting because even like when LSU would play Ole Miss, if our radio station did like a game score graphic and we put Lane's face on the graphic, we knew it would blow up just because it was Lane. But even that, I'm learning, is minuscule compared to just the lightning rod he is and everything. But you're right. The level of commitment and maybe how that contrasts with Brian Kelly, who really had delegated so much of that responsibility throughout his program. I don't know that Kelly would have been getting on a plane to go see a recruit in Knoxville. And I don't mean that as a criticism. There's a lot of different ways to do it, but I think it just shows the different approach that both of these coaches have and how they're trying to build a program. And so far, I mean, they haven't played a game yet, and ultimately that's what it'll all come down to. But wins and losses. But so far, I mean, everything you thought you were getting with Lane Kiffin, he's delivered.
Okay, I want to piggyback off that. Matt Moscona, LSU insider, does a great job covering LSU on the show. He exposed himself by doing that. If it doesn't line up, your fan base is up in arms, and everybody in the world of college football, because a lot of people don't like him, is celebrating, right?
Oh, there's no doubt that Kiffin has been vilified, and by extension, LSU, because of the way he left Ole Miss, and that was a great story in college football this year. Not just the Ole Miss, Chambliss and the whole thing. So your narratives get told however they want, and they get spun however they want. And I'm a guy that I don't care if it was LSU and Ole Miss or whoever was involved. I'm very extreme on this, Bo, and that I think people should be able to go get what they want. Players, coaches. The calendar is what it is, and you have to operate within it. But yeah, I mean, I think that's maybe an uncomfortable thing for people around here is getting used to the idea that LSU has been vilified and like playing the heel role. But it's going to have to be something people here accept, because short of them teeing it up, kicking off, and just being a great team that's fun to watch with some personalities that people will attract to, I think a lot of people are going to be cheering against LSU, and I understand. I mean, every kind of makes sports fun, man. You have heroes and villains, and LSU's going to have to play a different, maybe more uncomfortable role.
This is going to be incredible to watch. One, he's going to win big, but just all the theatrics, both inside and outside, are going to be amazing. I mean, I know you have a blast covering a national brand in LSU anyway, with all the different personalities that have been through Baton Rouge, but man, y'all hit a grand slam with this as far as content. Matt Moscona, LouisianaSports.net, joined us on the Farm Bureau Insurance Guest Line, LSU Insider. Matt, we can't thank you enough. I appreciate you.
Yep, anytime, Bo. Thanks, man.
Matt Moscona does a great job covering those LSU Tigers, and now he's got Lane Kiffin in his backyard. Lane Train with the national brand. Think about what he did for the Ole Miss brand, elevating it. I mean, you even more so than Eli. Different times, he had different platforms to do it with, as we all know, on X and .com and everything else. But damn. And what LSU turned into a national brand the last 25 years since Saban landed there, and then they had everybody else. Now, Lane's going to elevate their brand. We're live in the Bank Plus studio. Jack Bourgeois, Key City Beer, 8:30.